Hi, welcome to my craft room. Carol Gatton, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And look at this adorable little note card that my friend Jackie Brewer sent to me. And she wrote me a personal note in there that just touched my heart. I wanted to share this with you. I thought it was just so adorable. I have created it in the Blackberry Bliss. And because the color's so dark, I added a white panel for my inside. 3 1/4 by 6, score at 3, and I recommend you use your bone folder to get a nice crisp fold on that. Third from the largest, and where this point is, you want to place that at the fold, and you want to slide 2 of your little flower scallops just above that fold. Now we're ready to run it through our big shot, and boy, this magnetic plate, doesn't it make it simple? Oh, I love it. Okay, and yes, you can cut through 2 thicknesses with a framelit. Isn't that wonderful? And think of all the possibilities of what you could do with this. I've chose to decorate it with the Park Lane Designer Series paper and the little flowers in the Blackberry Bliss, and this is the Daffodil Delight. That's the smallest and the second up of the framelits. So let's run those through. And for all the detailed information on making this little note card, I have that on my web page at stampqueen101.com, so be sure and check that out. And now we're going to emboss this second to the smallest, and this is our tiny triangle embossing folder. And I like using tab 1, that gives a little bit more detailed embossing. And didn't that turn out pretty? Okay, so now we need to trim down this white panel ever so slightly, and this is just exactly how you want to match this up. Get a pencil and just mark right at these 2 top scallops. By removing those, then you will not get into that fold on your card, and that's what you want to avoid. It's just that simple. I chose to use the multi-purpose adhesive because it gives you a little bit of wiggle time. You do not want any of that whisper white showing out from the inside of your card. So that just gives you just the perfect amount of time to wiggle that around. Perfect. I am using the Itsy Bitsy banner, and I'm going to go with the For You. That's what Jackie had on mine. And I'm stamping it in the Blackberry Bliss on just a scrap of Whisper White cardstock. And I'm going to hand cut this versus using my framelit. I have the framelit. I could be using it, but I wanted this just a little bit tighter to my verse since this little note card is small. So I wanted this to be a little bit smaller as well. I want you to notice how I have my cardstock extended out from my stamped image quite a distance, and that's so that I get nice, long, crisp points on my banner. Now repeat that to the other side, and you have got this all finished. It's just that simple. I'm going to put my adhesive only in the center of this Daffodil Delight flower because I'm going to be lifting the petals in just a moment. Let's set that aside and let's get our button ready. And this is the Vintage Faceted Designer button, and I'm using our largest rhinestone and pressing that into the center. And I'm going to put 2 glue dots on there. I don't want to take any chances of someone getting this note card from me and the button falling off. Now let me show you how to do the flower. I'm simply putting my finger behind each one of these little petals, lifting up, and then just kind of scrunching it very lightly, and then you just lay it back down, but it adds just another depth of dimension. Uh-oh, you know what I have forgotten? I need to distress around my edges, but I'm not too late. I can lift that banner up and go right behind it, and I think this makes such a difference. I really like that distressed look. It just kind of ties this all in together. Now we're ready to put our flower on, and our note card is almost made. And I want to thank you so much for checking this out, and I hope that you will try it. And if you go to my website, there you'll have all of the information. And thank you until next time.